Pronger to Gusarov on the near wing. Turgeon ahead for Young, sitting on 40, and he can't get a shot. Drake out there also. Legwand along the boards, moves the puck ahead, and it is played to center ice by Walker. Cliff Ronning over to Scott Walker, and the shot turned away by Turgeon. Now the first line change. Fresh players for Nashville. They're trying to get to 500 for the first time in their 3-season existence. The puck shot in by Kimmo Timonen, and back Jochen Hesch. That's right, Jochen Hesch playing tonight. From the point, a shot, and that deflects just wide. Of course, this is the season finale, the regular season wrap-up for both teams. Dimitra to Hesch with Tkachuk. He loses the puck, and then the pass is offside for Scott Hartnell. And Bernie, how about our Dodge starting goaltenders?
There's the man of the hour for the Nashville Predators, Mike Dunham, a very impressive 21, 20, and 4, above 500. That's a career high for him, and he's got one of the top 3 goals against average in the entire league. What a year he's had. At the other end, Roman Turek back in again. Roman has played outstanding the last few games. His record, 5 games over 500. His save percentage back to 90%, which is good news for the Blues, and hopefully he can carry on right into the playoffs.
Now McInnes with the puck. He is on with Sasha Havanoff. Hesch between Dimitra and Tkachuk. And the save there by goaltender Mike Dunham. Now Tkachuk to Dimitra in the corner for Hesch. When you watch the lines tonight, you're getting some idea of the thought process that Joel Quenneville is going through, getting ready for the playoffs. Now a chance for Tkachuk. The puck slides away. Timonen hit in the corner by Tkachuk. And here's Randy Robitaille, who spent a good part of the season in the minor leagues. Big hit there across the way on Balasevic. And to center ice to Timonen. And he'll dump it in as both teams are changing. San Jose played at home against Dallas today. They lost in overtime, but got the valuable point they needed to clinch 5th place overall in the West. Looking to center, Daniel Corso. He comes in front. Had a pretty good shot himself and tries to get the puck to Stillman. Now Mellanby leaves the puck for Corso. He's chased by Skrastins. Back to the point. A shot by Reardon, who hasn't played in a while, is wide. He's in for the injured Salvador. Hill keeps the puck in. Along the far board, Cesar. Now to center ice. Cesar feeds over far side. Corso intercepts and shovels the puck back into his own end. And both teams are changing. Coming up on the 3-minute mark here in a scoreless first, it's Marty Reisner to Lubos Barteshko. Barteshko tied up in the corner by Mark Eaton. And the puck played up the boards by Scott Walker. Not out, kept in. Young off the boards for Barteshko. Bothered, hauled down by Legwand. He may have been holding Legwand's stick. And here's the ex-Blues center, Cliff Ronning, still going strong. Eaton on defense. Passes the puck by Holder. It'll slide the length of the ice. Alexei Gusarov to touch it. A whistle and an icing call against the Nashville Predators. Well, Bernie, there's the story. 4th and 5th now decided for the first round.
Yes, it is. The Sharks, with that valuable point, the Sharks scored this afternoon with less than 5 seconds to tie Dallas. They ended up losing in overtime, but they did get that 93rd point. You'll see it right here, right off the face-off. You see the deflection in front there by Mike Ricci. A hat trick for him. That tied it at 4. 3.6 seconds left. So it's going to be the Blues and the Sharks once again. And that's going to either start Wednesday or Thursday. That probably won't be announced till tomorrow. But I'm excited about that series, Kenny. It's going to be another great one, just like last year.
Here's McInnes. Well, who wouldn't be excited? The puck centered. Hartnell intercepts. And over on the far side, the puck shot in by Fitzgerald. Talking with Joel Quenneville just a few minutes before the game, he said, well, they're not going to sneak up on us this time. The respect factor will be totally different, which is rather obvious, but certainly key. Again, the Sharks clear the puck the length of the ice. Havanoff to touch it. Icing is the call against Nashville. No score first period. Let's turn to our Bud Light What's on Tap. And there's the story. The West quarterfinals. Game 1 will be here either next Wednesday or Thursday night. Pairs are available. There are the Ticketmaster numbers to call. Most likely it will be Thursday night, Saturday afternoon. But it could always be Wednesday night, Friday night, and then of course games 3 and 4 will move out to San Jose next week.
You just never know. It could even be Wednesday, Saturday, Kenny. You just don't know what they're thinking. So we'll keep you posted when we find out. But they probably are not going to be able to announce it until sometimes tomorrow. The Vancouver Edmonton tonight is factoring in, obviously, and so is the LA Kings here in Calgary tonight. So the game tomorrow, the Anaheim game with San Jose, makes no difference tomorrow. So the entire West situation will be resolved tonight.
Here's Ronning getting the puck out. Dimitra back to Pronger. Over to Gusarov. Hesh with Tkachuk and Dimitra. And Jochen Hesh shoots the puck in. Believe it or not, we're 4 minutes 10 seconds in, and neither team has had a shot on goal. I think it was Bernie who mentioned to me moments before the opening faceoff as we were waiting for you that this would be a defensive battle. Ronning. I don't think you meant no shots for 60 minutes, did you? There's a shot right on, and Turek makes the save. So there is the first shot on goal, and defenseman Kimmo Timonen right there looking for a rebound. Let's turn now to our Toyota keys to the game.
Blues know who they're playing. It's the Sharks. They need to use this again as a playoff warm-up. Get good habits. Don't slouch or do anything bad, because this thing is going to really build into next week's momentum that they have to have when they play San Jose. But a good save by Roman Turek. We talked about just the first save here, the first shot on goal, but this is a team, the Nashville Predators, that have played very well. In fact, as you mentioned, Kenny, they have a chance of being 500 for the first time in their 3-year history, and they have played very well defensively. In fact, they've only given up 1 goal or less in 8 of the last 12 games, and they've won 7 of the last 12, so they've played very well.
Here's Pronger over to Reardon with Drake, Turgeon, and Young against the Robitaille line. He's centering Valasevic and Shelburne. Turgeon to the point. Reardon, quick shot, and it's blocked by Valasevic. Over here to Randy Robitaille, and he'll take a shot. Turek makes that save. Now Nashville begins to change. The puck goes off Young, and Timonen slaps it right back to Young, and he'll leave the puck. He'll a blast, and Dunham the save. And a shot by Stillman deflects high, and another save for Dunham as the Blues are changing. Nashville now with 2 shots on goal. The Blues have 1. And this is Timonen, the youngster from Finland. And the puck dumped out to center ice by Yatsmanev. Now the loose puck after Havanoff goes down, and he comes back to take the puck. To Hill. Look out. Corso bouncing off the youngster there, Arkhipov. Now Cesar hit by Mellanby. McGinnis from the point, a shot wide. Yatsmanev can't get the puck, and finally it's shot down the ice. Going the length of the ice off Richard Lintner's stick as McGinnis touches it. So icing against Nashville, and that man has been strong lately.
Yes, he has. The last couple of games, he was very sharp. That goes back to the Carolina game. He gave up 2 goals that night, but he was spectacular, stopping a number of just in-close chances against Columbus. I felt he deserved to get a shutout. He let the 1 goal in only, but again, Roman is playing his best when he's challenging the shooters, and he was very much out to the front of the crease. He handled the puck very well. It's another sign that he's getting his confidence. He's making the right decision when he comes out and plays the puck, so that's good news for Blues fans. Let's hopefully Roman can just keep it going right through the playoffs.
Here's Barteshko to Mayers, back to McInnes, and Barteshko gloves the puck down. Strashkins intercepts over to Lintner, who's from Slovakia. Now over the line, and you see Hartnell precedes Greg Johnson in the puck. Offside Nashville. First period, and there's no score. Trying to get the puck to Stillman, is unable to. Then he knocks it down. Over to Pronger. To Tkachuk, and his pass behind Stillman, or behind Hesh rather, and clearly surprising Jochen, and both teams are changing.
Surprised everybody on the ice. I think he should have shot that at the net. He got good wood on it too.
The Blues are in 2 or 3 situations already tonight, proving that they're not selfish.
Exactly.
But sometimes, if you're the guy, pull the trigger.
No question about it.
Hill up to Young. Turgeon is offside on the near wing. And 47 seconds to go in the penalty being served by Richard Lindner. There's Scotty Young, who is happy to be sitting on 40.
Absolutely. 2 goals the other night. Has 40 on the season, a career high 72 points as well as with the goals. And we talked a little bit the last game, Kenny, about the 2 different looks on the power play. Turgeon out there with Young and Dimitra, total finesse line when you're looking at power play. And then when you have the other line out there, you got Tkachuk and Mellenby both standing in front of the net, total difference. So we congratulate Scott Young again on a wonderful season, and let's hope that that season continues for a long time into this playoff.
And you always look for that unsung hero. Last year it was kind of Jochen Hesch who stepped up, but it's tough to have an unsung hero when you don't win the series. And what's different about the Blues? We talked about it. I think the 3 veterans with grit, Drake, Mellenby, and Tkachuk. And then you would like to think that Turek has more experience now. Don't you think those are probably the 2 big differences in this club?
No question, Kenny. You look at Thomas McCoon. Yeah, no, I'm not wrong with this Thomas McCoon for here. So Nabokov in San Jose has no playoff experience, so you have to look at that as maybe that could be their Achilles heel.
Talking with some San Jose people in the last day or so, they're awfully confident about Nabokov. Lindner back on. The puck knocked away, and he'll end up with it. So the Blues 0 for 3 in the power play and haven't done much, and the puck goes into the Blues bench. Talking about Nabokov in terms of his international experience and that sort of thing. But of course, time will tell. First period, and there's no playoffs, and you better get after it on Monday morning, because again, the Blues are going to open up either Wednesday or Thursday here. Groups of 30, or I should say groups of 20 or more during the first round will receive a discount on ticket prices, and to order yours or for more information on groups or party boxes, call 314-622-5454. They'll be all standing by for your call on Monday morning. This is Robitaille over to Hulse. Hulse and Timonen on defense. Up the middle, Valasevic shooting the puck in, and McInnes back. 4:05 to go in the first period. Here's Mellenby to Corso, then to McInnes, knocked away. Stillman is on this line with Corso and Mellenby. So you've got the rookie in the middle and the 2 veterans on the wings. Mellenby takes the puck. He'll flip it in. Here's Corso in the corner. Strashtich tied up by Corey Stillman. And it's Walker on the outlet off Robitaille's stick. You know, when you look at Mellenby also and Stillman, I think there's maybe in the scoring department a little bit more depth here now than the Blues had a year ago. Here's a chance for Hartnell, and the youngster shot grabbed and held by Turek.
Kenny, and also scoring in gritty positions, and that's where you need that traffic in front of the net. We talked about it even last year, is that the Blues had trouble scoring from in front of the net, from that area where you have to pay a price to score. Now with Tkachuk, Mellenby, Stillman likes to go to the front of the net. Scott Young is never afraid to go there either. He's more of an outside shooter, but this is a much grittier team, and this is a team that will pay the price to score the goals in that slot area, and that's something that that man there really brings the most to. But as you said, so does Mellenby, so does Stillman, and I think that should really play big and play large into the playoffs.
Strashtich sends the puck through the crease, and to center ice, Jochen Hesch. A flip pass to Dimitra. Tkachuk in front of the puck, and he scores! Oh, baby! What a play by Dimitra, and Tkachuk deflects the puck home, and the Blues take the lead 1-0.
Pavel Dimitra started getting a lot more to his step the other night against Columbus, and this was a great play. First of all, you talk about hand-eye coordination. This pass he had to knock down. This pass was in the air. Look at, he knocked it down first. Tkachuk went hard to the net, and then there's the deflection on the hard pass right in between the pads of Dunham. And what a play by Dimitra to knock the pass, corral it, and then just put it right on the table of Tkachuk, who was going hard to the net. And there it is, Kenny, just something we just talked about. Going hard to the net, paying the price to score a goal. And Keith Tkachuk with another big goal for the Blues, a 1-0 lead.
16:51, Tkachuk's 35th from Dimitra and Hesch. Hesch over to Dimitra. Hesch has been out there in the first period with these 2 fellas like he's played with them the last 10 games or something. Looks right at home. Dimitra taken down in front. And David Legwand, the youngster, with a puck to Ronnie. back to Legwand.
You know, if I went out there and they put me between those two, I'd be pretty happy too. I'd want to make sure that I stayed on that line.
You'd be pretty smooth even if you hadn't played in a while, right?
You got it.
The puck is touched by Bill Holder, who at one time played with the Blues, and an icing against the Blues with 2:29 to go, and that man is happy with his 35th goal of the season, Keith Tkachuk. And you know he's got to be thrilled about the upcoming playoffs.
Just watch this pass here coming across Hesh, but it was knocked down. But look at how Dimitra was able to corral it, and then the hard pass to Keith Tkachuk, who was making a beeline right for the middle of that net, and that's very difficult for a goaltender. You see the tip right in between the pads there as he just got good wood on it, just steered towards the net. Very difficult for a goaltender to make that save, and a nice play by Dimitra, a nice deflection by Keith Tkachuk.
Here's Halls, shot blocked. That's Turgeon doing the work, and he ends up for the puck, only to have it knocked away by Yachmanev. Here's Drake getting the puck in. Holst sends it right out again. And an opportunity for Arkhipov moving in. Then he's checked. Drake trying to clear and can't get it out. Now Mayers will. And back into his own zone goes Bill Holder. 1:51 left in the first period. The Blues with the Tkachuk goal, the only goal so far. And we've got a big crowd here tonight. Fan Appreciation Night, the final game of the regular season. Turek the save on Robitaille. And we're going to get a penalty called out at center ice, and it'll be a slashing call. Tim Peel, the referee, making the call. Mike Hassenfratz is the other referee, and Troy Sardison and Tony Siricolo are the linesmen tonight. And McInnes, who's slashed a player or two in his long career, goes to the penalty box.
A couple of years ago, that wouldn't have been a call, but now they're making them call. All these ones around the hand area. There you see it there, the slash right on the arm there of Robert Balasevic as he was trying to pick up the puck in the corner. So Al didn't argue at all, went right to the box. Good scoring chance there just before that. Good quick shot by Randy Robitaille. Roman Turek again was in good position, squared up, but they kept following the rebound. That's why they had the power play.
In this matchup, the Blues much stronger, as you see. Blues 8th on the power play, and only at 14% Nashville's power play. Blues 8th on the penalty kill, and Nashville's power play is not the best in the league. Gusarov makes the play, and Stillman clears the puck, and that takes a funny bounce.
We talked about Jochen Hesch. He was out there to start this penalty kill too, Kenny. He's going to get in shape in one day.
That's right. Go out and get some ice time. Under 1 minute to go in the first period. The Blues lead 1-0. Drake gets the puck loose. Young chops it away. One man back. And it is a forward, Randy Robitaille. Young just flips the puck in. He and Drake are going to the bench. 40 seconds to go in the period. Timonen ahead, and Gusarov gets the puck and bangs it down the ice. 10 shots, that's not many in a period. 5 aside. Timo Timonen. Now Hill gets the puck, loses it. Scratchtinch dumps it to the corner, and Havanoff flops it down the ice. And 11 seconds to go in the period. The Blues changing. They're shorthanded. One last rush. David Legwand fires the puck in. 4 seconds. Havanoff with 2 seconds, and that'll do it. So the shots on goal in the first period, 5 aside. Tkachuk scores his 35th from Dimitra and Hesch at 16:51. Blues hockey is brought to you by Bud Light, the proud supporter of the NHL. For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light. Coming up, Bernie will visit with Jochen Hesch, the WB11 news break, and then Bernie and I will be along with first period highlights. Well, Keith Tkachuk was very physical in that period, along with picking up the only goal of the period. So a good start for the Blues as they play their final game before the 2001 Stanley Cup playoffs. Always exciting, aren't they? You can't remember, even in a one-sided play, it's exciting. It's not exciting to lose, But there are a lot of losses by a lot of teams in the playoffs. But it's just such a great time. The intensity picks up. And it's that idea that, you know, extinction, death is facing you, that really changes things a little bit. That puck tipped wide.
It's always wonderful to play the same team 7 times in a row, which is really difficult. You hate them to start when you got to play them 7 straight times.
Yeah. It is really a war when you get into the playoffs. And when you start to get to that position where you're playing a team 2 seasons in a row, well, that just adds to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, really, it's interesting. You see this happen all the time.
Here's Young, and the shot deflects wide.
How many years in a row has Dallas played Edmonton, and it looks like they're going to get Edmonton again, very possibly.
They could well. Of course, back in the days when you played early in the playoffs within your division, you play a team a lot in the regular season, and then bang, you might see them the last weekend, and then there they are in the first round, like Blues Detroit or Blues Stars that we saw so many times.
Well, how about tomorrow's matchup? You got Philly is in Buffalo. They're going to play each other in the first round. They're both tied right now with 98 points. They play a game tomorrow in Buffalo to decide who gets home ice advantage between those 2 teams.
So they could be playing an 8-game series.
Yeah, they are.
The
basically.
puck comes out, shot back in, offside are the Blues. It should be a very physical series with the Sharks.
Yes, it should. You just see the look here on Dallas Drake. This is some of the action from this season. The Blues and the Sharks split the season series, 2 wins each, and there was a lot of hitting and a lot of serious stuff that happened. And unfortunately, we saw the broken arm, though, by Chris Pronger, the freak accident there that was Havenai shot, and then Al MacInnis took this stick there from Scott Hannon in the eye, and we lost Al MacInnis for quite a long time. But this is playoff hockey, and if the intensity level comes up, Kenny, I don't know how much higher they can get when those 2 teams play, but there's a lot of memories from last year that are going to carry and spill over to this year, and I'm sure the fans are thinking the same way.
Yep. Puck is shoveled into the visiting bench, so play is stopped. Those crowds are something in San Jose, and the crowds here, if they want to compete in terms of crowd versus crowd, fans versus fans, I know our fans are great, but they better be great. They better be ready to go, because those fans in San Jose take things seriously.
Boy, do they ever. That is their only professional team there, and they really take it serious. Remember last year, Chris Pronger, every time he touched the puck, he got booed. I got a feeling we're going to see a lot of that again this season, and it's nice to see the added size, though, as we talked earlier. Mellanby, Tkachuk, players like that. It's nice to have that extra size in the lineup.
Nice move by Hesht. Demitra. Tkachuk. Pass rejected. This is a pretty talented line right here. And a good save by Dunham. They set it up. They move around like they're on a power play.
Kenny, I like this too. This is really a good change, because you saw early in the season we had the Young, Turgeon, and Drake line was doing all the scoring anyway, so why not keep them together, put them back together, and no question they played well. Now you've got a second line that is every bit as talented, or maybe more talented.
Well, the Cardinals wind up their 3-game series with the Arizona Diamondbacks in the Valley of the Sun tomorrow at 3:30 on WB11. Jim Edmonds, Mark McGuire, Fernando Vina, and Mike Matheny lead the way as the Birds wrap up their first week of the 2001 season. Don't miss the game tomorrow at 3:30 on WB11.
Is Big Mac going to play tomorrow?
It's not good when your big guy has got the bad knee the first week of the season.
Now Edmonds hurt his toe. Is he all right? Did he play today?
Yeah, he played today.
Okay.
Yep. Will not make all 162, however. A little glitch the first week at the bad toe.
After the way he knocked those out in Denver, though. Wow, did he hit the ball.
Yeah. Whew. Richard Lintner winds her up in a pad save. Good job with a rebound by MacInnis. And Corey Stillman is harassed by Patrick Schellberg. MacInnis trying to get the puck around the end boards, and it deflects into the crowd. We're very early in the second period, and the Blues lead 1-0 on a first period goal by Keith Tkachuk. Bernie, let's go to our STLtoday.com fan poll. Final time for the regular season. You log on to stlouisblues.com, and how do you grade the Blues performance through the 2000-2001 season? That would be the regular season.
It's hard to grade this team totally with all the injuries that has happened. I guess when you look at a team that's over 100 points, Kenny, for the second year in a row, it's hard to grade them poorly. Maybe you wanted them to have them with 130 points, which they may have gotten if they would have stayed healthy.
They would have, I think, been 10 points ahead of Colorado conservatively.
Yep.
That's how good this team is. Havenoff clears the puck out. Here's Jamal Mayers. And the shot wide. Havenoff pinches in. Gets the puck. Barteshko with Lintner near him. This is just what you see a lot of in the playoffs right here. That real tiring physical work on the boards. The puck kept in. Nice play. Havenoff trying to get to his forehand. Sends the puck in front. Neither Barteshko nor Mayers can get it. Now a 2-on-2. Mayers has got to hurry. The shot wide. Yachmanev shooting wide. Back the other way. And it's center ice. The quick pass from Cesar. And the puck dumped in by Scrastich. Both teams are changing with 4:10 gone. In a scoreless second, the Blues up 1-0. Ronnie, Holder, and now back to Eaton. And over to Bill Holder. He'll go right wing to Scott Walker, who has come a long way in his career since the early days with Vancouver. McInnes gives the puck to Young, who can't get a pass by Walker. Then Turgeon's feed to Drake. And we saw it the other night against Columbus, and we're seeing it tonight. Much more puck control by the Blues, which is their style. Then Holder brings the puck off the boards, played by Legwand ahead to Walker. Now to Eaton, who's born in the U.S. in the East, as a matter of fact. Then Legwand flips the puck in offside, and a delayed call. And the whistle and the offside call.
When Roman Turek, we talked about Roman Turek earlier. When he's playing well, Kenny, we talk about how confident he is, and he stands up, he challenges shots, and we're just going to take a look at this one here. When Roman's not playing well, he might have went down on this one, but you see how he just stepped out, let the pad do the work, put his stick down, and that's such a big difference. A lot of times you'll see a goalie, even on just a dumping like that, it's going to flop down, go into that position that you're down on your knees, and not there. Roman Turek stood up, played the puck, and then dished it off to Al McInnes. So that's one of the signs that I see of Roman playing very well and with confidence.
Tkachuk blasting the puck around to Dimitra. Then Hesh beaten to it. Tkachuk intercepts to Hesh.
Watch the hand, watch the hand.
Hesh with Greg Johnson all over him. Now Tkachuk, who has the game's only goal, away from Cale Holt to Dimitra. And Dunham slaps the puck up the glass. Tom Fitzgerald trying to get around Gusarov, gets the puck out and kicks it ahead. Johnson, the veteran, with Hartnell and Fitzgerald, and Holtz at the right point, and a good sliding save by Turek. Holtz again with a puck. Another shot deflected right on. Big save. Here's Corey Stillman, 3-on-2 to Dimitra. Pronger to the net. Stillman a shot. What a save by Mike Dunham. Back the other way. Hartnell, the youngster, dumped by Stillman. Fitzgerald flips the puck to the net, caught easily by Turek as Nashville is changing. 6:10 gone in a scoreless second. Here's Corso, stopped at center ice. Now Asevic can't work in. Now they do go over the line offside. The shots, Blues 7, Predators 9, and the Blues have the only goal. Commerce Bank presents the Superfan each WB11 home game. Commerce customer wins great prizes, including team apparel and a $100 Commerce Bank savings bond. And show us that you're a Blues fan, a Commerce Bank customer, and you could be our next Superfan. Open a Commerce Bank account first thing Monday morning. Reardon gives the puck to Hill. Salvador is out tonight. He suffered a thigh contusion on Thursday night. Eastwood is the player not dressed with Heston there, which leaves Simpson and Lowe sitting out, and Jeff Finley still has problems on the heels of a concussion. He could potentially play in the first game of the playoffs, or he could potentially be the only injured player if you don't include Tyson Nash, of course, who's out for the season. Robitaille in the corner with Shelberg and Valasevic. Robitaille leaves the puck behind the net. Valasevic hit there by Hill, who pokes the puck to Drake.
It would be nice, Kenny, if the Blues don't open until Thursday. That gives Jeff Finley some extra time, so hopefully he will be ready.
Boy, that time Turek with a good play on the post. Now Young gets the puck. Valasevic trying to kind of sneak it by him. And here is Turgeon. Young to the net, and the puck knocked away by Holder. Young to Turgeon. Right to the net, kind of surprising Dunham, he had hoped. And the second shot blocked. And here is Robitaille at center ice. And McKinnis steals the puck. Back to Havanoff. Now ahead to Corso. Ooh, boy, that barely misses the far post. Kind of interesting that the two Russians would be teamed with McKinnis and Pronger, and that's been the case the last few games. And they actually look pretty good. Most players do when they play with them. I'm a little surprised that he hasn't had Salvador with McKinnis, which is where he played most of the year, which Joel says he's going to go with 3 pairs of defensemen, but I'm not sure. I believe him that he'll go all the way with 3 pairs. He's going to tend to want to go with McKinnis and Pronger, you would think. Far side to Tkachuk, and the shot blocked.
I would totally agree with you, Kenny. I think that we're going to see Salvador playing with McKinnis, though, because just for that size factor and the physicalness that Salvador brings to it, having on more of a finesse player as McKinnis is, so I think that they'll put some size back in with him. I'm
looking forward to seeing how Joel plays it. Well, there's the Eastern Conference, Bernie.
Yeah, there's a lot of answers there. Toronto right now in the 7th spot. They are losing tonight, though, at home to Ottawa, or I should say in Ottawa. That means Carolina would just have to win. Carolina does have more wins, so Carolina could take over the 7th spot, and then they would play against the Ottawa Senators versus the New Jersey Devils. I don't think anybody wants to be in that 8th spot to play New Jersey. Clearly, they are the best team in that side, but the only set thing in that draw right there is that Philadelphia will play against Buffalo. It's just they're not sure which building they're going to start in. That'll be decided tomorrow.
And again, who said the regular season doesn't mean anything?
Wow.
Means a lot. Here's Hesh. Tkachuk. Oh, hits the post. Tkachuk bidding for his second. Hits the post. Running to Walker. Scott Walker trying to move around Alexei Gusarov. Leaves the puck for Ronnie. Back for Walker, and Pronger gets in the way. Now here's David Legwand, and Pronger ends up with the puck. Can't get it around Ronnie. Ronnie, who can be very tricky, gets the puck back from Walker. Now to the point. And the shot high and wide by Carlos Straston. And here's Tkachuk. And the puck cleared out by Gusarov, and Legwand is there. Nice pass on the far side. Walker to Ronning. And the shot rising, grabbed and held by Roman Turek with 10:20 to go in the second. And the Blues lead on a Keith Tkachuk goal.
Almost a second Keith Tkachuk goal here. A nice pass on the backhand. Hesh to Tkachuk, cutting in on left wing, and he just going to hit that post right there and then right off the side, but he clearly had him beat. Nice dish pass here. You see on the backhand right to Tkachuk. He wasted no time cutting in off that left wing, so a good scoring opportunity. Unfortunately, it didn't go in, but that's a pretty good line. Dimitra, Tkachuk, and Hesh.
I can't wait to see them when Jochen Hesh gets his legs after telling you he's, not really there.
And he can't find his hands either. Yeah. Well, that was a pretty good pass there.
Well, he'll be better by the middle of the first round of the playoffs to get his legs and his hands going. Here's Mayers getting the puck out. Holtz intercepts, shoots it in offside, and we'll have a neutral faceoff.
And Jochen always plays with that little edge, that little attitude. When everybody gets in his face, he's right back in. I think that's very important.
Extra large Blues leather jacket.
Well, congratulations to Stacy Partridge of Fenton by making a pledge to Goals for Glennon on stlouisblues.com. Stacy today was selected randomly as the winner of 2 tickets to all home Blues playoff games. And thanks to the Blues, sponsor Office Depot, and great fans like Stacy, who will make a difference on behalf of all of the youngsters treated in the emergency room at Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital. The Blues lead 1-0. We're just 5 seconds away from the halfway mark, not including any potential overtime. Mayer's taken down. And here's Lintner. Over to Yachmanev. Cesar goes to the net, and the puck knocked away by Turek. Mayers can't get out. Yachmanev keeps the puck in. Reardon loses it. Marian Cesar, the Slovakian, just a youngster, trying to get the puck. Reardon in his way. Now in the corner, Mayers flipping the puck ahead to Hill. Now to Riesner. That was a nice move by Riesner, and he's got moves. And then the puck shot in by Hill, but Riesner offside. 9:25 to go in the second period. 1-0 Blues. If you'd like to win seats in the Party Zone, join us at one of the Bud Light Fox Sportsnet Blues viewing parties held at sports bars around town. And we've got our share of sports bars. It's the Party Zone, brought to you by Bud Light and Fox Sportsnet. I was driving yesterday around South City in South County. They must have more corner taverns. Man, I'm living in the wrong part of town.
How many did you stop in? That's the question.
No, Bernie, I was on the straight and narrow yesterday. Here's Drake giving the puck to Turgeon. Can't get the pass through Timonen. And Holz clears the puck out. Great city, St. Louis. Different areas, different feel, and fun place to live. In front. And that pass just out of the reach of Drake. Habanoff shot turned away. The Blues lead it 1-0 here in the second period.
Kenny, this is home of Anheuser-Busch. There should be lots of taverns in this town, don't you think?
Yeah, well, it stands to reason. I was thinking, though, in the part of town that you and I, this is exactly what I was thinking. In the part of town you and I live, which is a little newer, you know, it's not every block or two you have a tavern. There really aren't any taverns.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
All we have are gas stations. Offside. Stop at the gas station, buy a six-pack. Offside, Nashville. Keith Tkachuk has been busy getting his 35th tonight, and he looks like he's in playoff form.
He really is. A big goal again in front of the net. The deflection against Columbus. Al McGinnis, a slap shot. Where is he parked? In front of the net. Tonight, going hard to the net. We're going to see a lot of this. Taking the pass from Dimitra and deflecting it home. 2 goals, and he didn't even shoot the puck either time. Just deflected it because he's going hard to the net. You see his career numbers. Very impressive. Almost a point a game, but 329 goals in just 652 games. That's more than 1 every 2 games. So that's very impressive numbers.
So I'm going to put him up for 3 or 4 goals in the first round. Would that be good enough? That'd be nice.
I think you can count on him for 3 or 4 in the first round.
Oh, Walker leaves the puck. Leguan gets it out, and the Blues take possession. Under 8 minutes to go. Here in the second period, the goal for the Blues came in the first from this man Tkachuk. Then Dimitra sweeps a shot wide. Gusarov poking the puck to the corner. David Leguan takes it and clears it out. You know, you watch Gusarov and Habanoff playing with McInnes and Pronger. You know, they're asked to do so much less. Here is Dimitra, the puck in front batted away, and Tkachuk in the corner. And consequently, they become smoother. They have, you know, seemingly have more time. I mean, they look like different players.
Absolutely. They're told if you get in trouble, look to your right or left and give it to one of the big guys and just go back to just playing solid defense. And that's exactly it. Those two make such a big difference. They're so smooth. They're moving the puck. They see the ice. And that's what great defensemen do, is they see the entire ice before they even get the puck. They know where they're going with it. They see the holes and make the passes.
You see that play? Almost didn't quite make the last pass, but boy, the Blues get up ice in a hurry, and it was Pronger who started it. Now the puck comes in with Robitaille, and Cesar is offside. Well, what's for lunch tomorrow? Well, I'm sure it's not the same thing that's on Hannibal Lecter's menu. It's one of the most horrifying films of all time. Academy Award winners Anthony Hopkins and Jodie Foster star in The Silence of the Lambs tomorrow at 1 on WB11. You probably saw that.
Great flick.
Did you? I didn't see it.
Great flick. You got to watch it. It's unbelievable.
So consequently, I couldn't see Hannibal because everybody said you'll never know what's going on because you didn't see the first one.
Yeah, that's right. It's a great movie. Scary movie.
Here, that's why I didn't see it. Corso. I look big and tough, but nah, not close. Chicken. Here's a pass, and it's intercepted by Cesar. Now Eaton to center ice, back to Cesar. And he'll just poke the puck in. And the Blues are ready to go. Hill over to Reardon. Both teams are changing. Stillman a shot. Good save by Dunham. And here's Marty Reisner. The puck gets by Mayers. He and Valasevic in the corner. And then the puck out to center ice. And we're going to have to check it out tomorrow. WB11.
You need to.
Silence of the Lambs. 1 o'clock. Would that be the edited version, should I assume?
Yeah, it will be.
It'll be edited. Give me your phone number. I want you to fill in the blanks.
Okay. Here's
Valasevic. And Reisner chops the puck away. Havanoff will shoot it in. 5:25 to go. In the second period, neither team has scored in this period. Young to Reisner. Barteshko also out there. Reisner going into the slot. And then a little backhander by Young, bidding for his 41st. And Dunham very steady on that save. And Robert Valasevic shoots the puck in. And both clubs are changing. Shots are 7-6 Nashville here in the second period. 5 minutes to go. Drake from Turgeon offside. That play is offside.
That was half a horn. Half a horn, but there's no question he was offside. The whistle did go.
Well, they blew the whistle,
yes,
no question.
Yes. And referee right over, but this was clearly offside. You'll see the wide look right here. He's offside. As you see, he's just inside the line. There it is. That shows it very good there that he's across the line before the puck comes in. Good shot, a hard, quick shot by Dallas Drake. And Dunham did not hear the whistle. He was playing the shot, but a great, great shot, and unfortunately, offside.
So we've got a timeout. Second period of play, and the Blues lead it 1-0.
Tonight was a sellout, but 34 of the 40 games were sellouts coming into tonight. So if this is a sellout, 35 times this year they sold out this building, which is tremendous.
Yeah, there are hardly any empty seats tonight. I'm sure this will be one of the biggest crowds of the season. Legwand with Ronning and Walker, who has the puck. Whoa, that shot right on, and it hits Turek in the leg, and he makes sure to cover the rebound.
How that shot got through is beyond me, because Scott Walker, you see the smile on his face. He didn't even get good wood on it, but it went through, and it looks like it bounced right over Gusarow's stick. You see it's bouncing. Gusarov tried to take it with his feet. Cliff Ronning right in front of the net too, and that just kind of bounced through. Let's see from this angle. Look at it bounce and then over through Gusarov, and a great play by Roman Turek. It first of all hit him, and then he was able to cover up on the rebound.
Nashville actually out shooting the Blues this evening, 13-11. And Tkachuk with the only goal. Gusarov, who's out with Pronger. Hesht out there with this man, Tkachuk, and Dimitra. Boy, they have played well, haven't they? Man.
Looks like they know each other perfectly already.
Here's Dimitra to Pronger. The shot stopped, and Tkachuk right there. He's always there. We'll cycle the puck to Hesht. He has to battle there. Along with Holtz, still with him. Holtz up the boards for Ronnie. And chipping the puck out past Gusarov. You know, we've said it a zillion times, but there's no question that Pronger and McInnes make this thing happen.
Oh, boy.
I mean, they're the foundation, and I mean, it's deep. It's not going to be shaken by anything.
Nope.
Here's Todd Reardon back. Both teams are changing. And Pronger is some player. I mean, I don't want to take anything away from Al McInnes, but he is terrific. Well, I mean, Pronger's got his talent. Oh, man. Now he's got an icing against the Blues and just sort of saunters through it. And every player has his own style, and Pronger has his style, which is quite a bit different than Keith Tkachuk's style, for instance, who's more of a gritty player.
We got the ISO here on this shift, and look at how he goes right to the front of the net, deflected it, tried to bang in the rebound, just knocked it wide. But this guy is just a tremendously talented player, and he's tough, mean, a complete package. And you wonder why the Blues gave up 4 picks or 4, I guess what we'd call prospects. Michael Hunses would not be a prospect. Good player. Nagy's still a prospect. Dave's still a prospect, and then a first-round draft pick. But you've got to give up a lot to get a player at his caliber, and boy, is he a good player.
Now Nashville. Greg Johnson takes a shot, blocked by Havanoff. Corso flips the puck over to Mellanby. Ahead for Stillman. Now Corso trying to get to the puck, and eventually does. He's got Stillman in front. Puck tipped away by Dunham. Stillman doesn't see the puck. Then Johnson sees Corso, gives up the puck, and Eaton up from the defense fires it in over the glass and out of play. 2:53 to go here in the second. Blues lead it. And our Dobbs trivia question: do the Blues have an all-time winning record in the final game of the season?
Yes, they do.
I happen to see those numbers before the game. Yes, 16, 14, and 3. And there have been a number of final games in the regular season in my years here that have been important for one reason or another.
You're right. Those are the ones that you really kind of have to win. Last year's President's Trophy was already wrapped up when the Blues played the last game of the season, so those games are always harder to play. This is a hard game for the Blues even to play, because really it's a nothing game for them. They're not going anywhere. They're just trying to get ready for the playoffs.
Trying to get the puck in, unable to. Arkeepoff. Here's Barteshko, and the shot wide. May have gone off Mayer's stick. Reasoner to the point. Hiller's shot knocked away, loose in front. Mayer's dragged down, and Dunham able to cover the puck.
Good shift by this fourth line of the Blues. Reasoner centering Barteshko and Mayers. A lot of energy on this line. In fact, Barteshko had a good scoring chance, and here, this is another good one. The shot from the point. Good work in front. You see everybody crowding the net, lifting sticks, and Dunham had to dive out and take that puck. But both Jamel Mayers and Barteshko both in front of the net. Good work by this fourth line.
And you've got another fourth line, if you will, not dressed tonight, in Eastwood, Simpson, and Lowe.
Absolutely. Got some grit there. And then we also got to remember that there's still Sebastian Bordelot that came over off of waivers from San Jose. Now, I should say from Nashville, and I don't know what his status is right now. I believe he was injured. Now, whether or not he still is, or if he's down in Worcester, we'll have to find out. But I like him the way he plays, too. Good face-off man, good penalty killer.
Yachmanev dances around Hill, and Mayers comes back to help out. Yachmanev again. Now Shellberg. He's stapled to the boards by Reardon, who's trying to clear the puck out. And Reasoner can't get it out. Yes, they say he did get it out. And it ends up back inside the line, so it's offside. 1:59 to go in the second period. I think this fella looks more confident tonight than he did Thursday.
I think it's just building. It continues to build. I talked to him after the game the other night. I talked to him back before the game. I didn't see him tonight before the game, but he even said to me, the more you play, the better you feel. And he's been getting a lot of work. He's been tested, and he's really mentally prepared, and that's a big factor when you got a goaltender. It's all confidence in between the ears, and right now everything is good between the ears. That's why I think he's playing very well.
Gusarov. Now the Blues have come on here, and they're out shooting Nashville 15-12. And a good save there by Dunham on Young, up to Scott Walker. And Turgeon steals the puck to Gusarov, to Pronger, to Drake. Dallas Drake. Turgeon trying to center. I'd like to see somebody who's kept a record of every pass, I'd say outlet pass, that Chris Pronger makes. What percentage, and here he comes again, He's in a tight spot here, and he's just going to try to throw the puck up the boards and loses it. So there's one right there. But the percentage is not very high of his passes that don't click. I mean, he's got a very high percentage. Demitra hits Timonen in the skate and will go the other way. Greg Johnson, a veteran on this young club, and he maintains possession. Gets the puck to Fitzgerald, another veteran, and out to center ice. Shot back in offside. Good looking sticker. So stop by Hardy soon and show everyone you're ready for the 2001 playoffs. Ed and Stanley Baker tell us they're happy to be back. They made it back from Kuwait. Want to say hi to friends and family. They're out here watching their favorite hockey team tonight. McInnes, who makes his share of good passes. And here's Demitra in front for Hess, knocked away by Hulls. Puck comes in front again, and Johnson will get it out. And Johnson bats the puck down. Valisevic shoots it in. We're down to 16 seconds to go in the second period. The only goal back in the first period scored by Keith Tkachuk. Corso backs in, and Nashville takes the puck, throws it down the ice. 4 seconds to go. So that's going to do it. That is the end of the second period. The shots in the period favoring the Blues 11-7. They're out shooting Nashville 16-12. Period, barring overtime of the regular season, and the Blues are immediately called for icing.
I'm just looking through the list here, Kenny, trying to see if anybody is really close to a milestone that they really want to hit. Keith Tkachuk now with 79 points. It would be nice to hit 80. He has 35 goals, but Corey Stillman's on 24. It'd be nice to get 25 goals. Jochen Hess really the only one that really has something. He can get his 20th goal. He's right now on 19, so it'd be nice to see him get to there. But other than that, everybody pretty well has reached the, I guess what we call the plateaus that you're supposed to get to. Dimitri's at 20, Turgeon's at 30, Scott Young's at 40.
Pierre Turgeon is the leading scorer on the team at 82 points. And this will be his 79th game, and it's the old story. Anytime you do better than a point a game, that's pretty decent.
Yes, sir. You're doing something right.
Here's Kucherov. And we get the right hand of the referee in the air, and we've got a slashing penalty. Well, Pierre Turgeon, we mentioned the leading scorer the other night, getting his 30th goal.
Well, here it is. Turgeon just pounced on this loose puck and just drilled it right up into the top corner over Mark Denis. And Turgeon, the 9th time in his career, 30 or more goals. He had 53 back in, I believe, 93 with the New York Islanders. Same year he won the Lady Byng Trophy. So what a career he has had. Hit that 1,000 game mark this year. He hit the 1,100 points. So he has had a great career and still a young man, as you see Jamal Maris go off for slashing. A look at it right here. There, the slash on the arms of Cliff Ronning.
Here's Robitaille, a big save by Turek. Stillman a pass for Hesh too far. Timonen to Ronning. Now to Yachmanev, and he fails to get around McInnes, who sends the puck in the air. Timonen taps it back to Robitaille. Up front, Walker, Ronning, and Yachmanev. 36 seconds into the third period. Bears takes the slashing penalty. Nashville is 0 for 1 in the power play. We didn't have any penalties in the second period, by the way, and they didn't have a shot in their first power play.
Cliff Ronning on 19 goals, looking for that 20th. He's scored 20 or more in 8 seasons, so I'm sure he'd like to get one more.
Timonen gives the puck to Robitaille, and here is Cliff Ronning. Poked away by Pronger, kept in by Walker, and McInnes drives the puck the length of the ice. If the Blues get a win tonight, they would go into the playoffs, believe it or not, with only 6 wins in their last 25 games in the regular season. But as I say that, I hasten to add that, boy, when the playoffs start, open a window, drop the stuff out to the streets. Doesn't make a whole lot of difference.
Just ask the Blues that from last year.
Yeah.
President's Trophy didn't mean anything, did it? I mean, it meant something in the regular season, but it didn't mean a darn thing in the playoffs.
20 seconds to go, and the Predators man advantage. Robitaille tries to do it alone. It doesn't work. It hit in the minors most of the season, but not here in this league. Here is Sean Hill. He'll clear the puck away. And Mayer's just about ready to step back on the ice. And he's on the ice. So Nashville really hadn't done much at all in their 2 power plays. Not that the Blues have on their power plays, by the way. All were in the first period. The Blues 0 for 3. Tkachuk. And the save, Dunham. Rebound. What a save by Dunham on Pavel Demitra.
Mike Dunham is a great goaltender. One of the real bright spots in the lineup for the Nashville Predators every night is that man right there, Mike Dunham. Tremendously talented goaltender, and you see here how great his angles are, way out to the front of the crease, and even on the rebound able to get in good position. A big man with a big body, but this is a hard shot by Keith Tkachuk. But you see how fast he went down, got back up. He shot by Dimitros, he just snuffed out there. So what a year he's had. 21 wins, a career high for him. One of the top netminders in the league for save percentage, and that's this team has done great goals against. I mean, they're 8th in the league in goals against average. The Blues are at 6th, so this is a very talented defensive team that play a good style of defense.
Havanoff gets the puck up ice. Timonen sends it in. Turek sweeps the puck to Havanoff. His pass too far for Tkachuk. The length of the ice. Timonen to touch the puck, and an icing call against the Blues. Well, let's go back and look at the results of our fan poll. We hope you were able to log on to stlouisblues.com. This is our stltoday.com fan poll. How do you grade the Blues' performance through the regular season? And it would be typically A- B+ would seem to be the range.
That's a pretty good score. I think that would be
I don't have a problem.
No, I don't either.
That's reasonable.
Yep. Win tonight, and you're at 103 points. Pretty impressive year, though.
Yeah.
Second consecutive 100-plus season. Only the 4th time in Blues history.
Back when I went to school in the 20s and 30s, B+, A- was good to excellent, right?
Absolutely.
Which I didn't see that much, but I knew that's what it was. Now the Blues trying to get a handle on the puck in their own end.
Now that's about a 3.5 now, isn't it?
Yeah.
B+.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
3.5. Here is Timonen. A shot hits a leg. Stillman's pass ahead and offside, but a delayed call, and quickly the other way. Here's Hartnell, who was their first-round pick in 2000.
So when you were going to school, it was 3.5 out of 10, not out of 4. Though.
That's right. Well, you know, lots of things have changed in the decades that have passed since then. Now the puck in front. Stillman can't get a shot. Gusarov, a blast blocked. Gusarov comes off the boards, goes to McInnes, ducked, and he shoots wide, looking for a deflection, and we'll get a penalty as Corso is upended. Hartnell not happy with the little fellow, and goes and gives him a bump. That should be an extra penalty.
I'm sure it will be. Scott Hartnell right there, the youngest player in the National Hockey League. He doesn't look that young either. When you look at him, it's hard to believe that he's so young. But here it is. He pulled down Corso, and then he got up, and then he stuck his glove right in his face. But there's Turek. Look at that shot that he took from the stick there of Fitzgerald. Boy, Fitzgerald's lucky he wasn't really hurt. It looked like he really snapped one of those legs back. But it is a double minor, Kenny, as you say. I don't know what unsportsmanlike conduct. You can call that roughing. I don't know why you give it for unsportsmanlike conduct. He clearly gave Corso a shot after the penalty was called. But Hartnell only 18 years old. And he looks a lot older to me.
When you're 18, you want to look older, Bernie. You've got to remember that.
That's true.
When you're our age, you want to look younger.
I didn't start shaving until I was 28.
Oh, there are a lot of lines from that. Here's McInnes. The shot, the save by Donovan Walker, gets the puck and flips the puck down the ice. So the Blues with a 4-minute power play. They're 0 for 3 tonight with 1 shot. Speaking of shots, they are 20-13 favoring the Blues. I think it was 13-11 on the shot clock at one time. So Nashville hasn't had much offense for some time. Demitra with the puck. Pronger in the corner for Turgeon, gets away. Pulse far side. Pronger too quick. Now Demitra lets the puck go to McInnes. Over to Pronger. The shot, and it deflects off Valasevic, who ends wide. Here's Havanoff. Who ends wide. Here's Havanoff flipping the puck out. And back to play it is Eaton. Ahead for Johnson. He can't control, and it's Mellenby. Over far side for Reisner. He fires the puck in right on net. Both teams are changing. The Latvian Strastinch with a pass ahead. Hartnell tips the puck in, and here's Pronger. Now down to 2.5 minutes to go. Long pass for Demitra, and the puck will end up going the length of the ice. Holder to touch it.
Up another wonderful season. This will put the Blues at 103 points on the year. Back-to-back century mark breakers.
And only the 4th time in their 34-year history they will have reached 100 points. If they win this, they'll end up with 43 wins in 82 games. And only 22 losses. I believe they lost 20 last season, as I recall.
I think you're right.
Here's a shot. Oh, done him down, and he has the puck smothered.
Jokic.
Turek makes the save there. Turek 30 seconds away from his 6th shutout of the season. McInnes to Young in front, and Stillman can't get his stick on the puck. Legwand clears it away. 20 seconds to go, and again the Blues have the man advantage. They're out shooting Nashville 27-19. 10 seconds to go. Shelburne to Eaton, and 2 seconds. So the Blues end up the 2000-2001 regular season with a victory. Their 10th shutout of the season. That's Turek and Johnson combined, and they end up, Bernie, with a very impressive 103 points.
Very impressive, Kenny, no question. This is a team that battled through a lot of adversity during this regular season, a lot of injuries to keep people, and that's really the key to this. Key people were out. They kept themselves afloat, finished over 100 points again, and I think this is a team that right now very confident and very poised to have a real good playoff, and it's going to start early. It's going to start just in a few days, and it's the Sharks again, which I think everybody should be excited about, and I know that the players are really looking forward to having a real good showing this year in the playoffs.
It's nice to move on as we say goodbye to the regular season. For Dan McLaughlin on assignment, and for Bernie, I'm Ken Wilson. Thanks for joining us tonight. The Blues beat the Nashville Predators 1-0. We invite you to join us either Wednesday or Thursday nights for Game 1 of the Western Conference quarterfinals, the Blues and the Sharks, from here at Savvis Center. Broadcasters Blazers and Cutter and Buck Apparel, provided by Ad Creations Promotions Group of downtown St. Louis. And this copyrighted telecast on WB11 presented by Fox Sports Net. It's been a wonderful regular season, so let you enjoy some of it as we say goodnight.